Brainy presents 11 Things Smart People Don't Do. We all know smart people, and if you're being honest with yourself, you've probably admired their brilliance from time to time. Now, being smart is not just about getting the right answers and earning the best grades. It has limitless potential and encompasses many other areas of life. To be smart is to face the world realistically, show courage and optimism, and have self-control and integrity. This video shines a spotlight on the characteristics of such individuals and offers a guide on how to be smarter in your personal life, work, and everywhere in between. And since you're watching this, you're already smart for wanting to get smarter. So without further ado, here are 11 things that smart people don't do and what they do instead. Number 1, they don't make excuses. Smart people accept responsibility for their choices and actions. They don't blame others for the things that happen to them, nor do they excuse themselves for their mistakes. They take responsibility because they understand that answering honestly and accepting the reality of each situation is the only way to improve. When you take responsibility for your life, you're aware of what did and didn't do well in a given situation. You can learn from your experience so you know better next time, and ultimately get closer to achieving your goals. Number 2, they don't rely on luck to solve their problems. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that luck will help you out, or at least get you through a tough situation. But leaning on luck is rarely a good idea. Smart people don't expect good fortune to solve their problems. Rather, they face their issues head-on and focus on the solution. Instead of hoping for a desired outcome, they spend their energy working toward it. Number 3, they don't act on emotions alone. You've no doubt heard that acting on your emotions alone is a recipe for disaster. It's not that emotions are bad or wrong, but it's important to be aware of them so you can have a clearer understanding of why you feel a certain way about something. Smart people know when they need to take a step back and consider their options before making decisions. They don't let themselves get swept away by overly optimistic or overly pessimistic thoughts. They know themselves well enough to understand their own emotional limitations without losing sight of just how valuable they are as human beings. And this enables them to regulate their responses to outside events rather than getting carried away by them. Number 4, they don't overestimate their abilities. It's hard to admit when we're wrong or not as good at something as we'd like to believe, especially when our egos are involved. But knowing where our strengths and weaknesses lie allows us to accept ourselves and work on areas that need improvement. Smart people are confident in their abilities, but they also understand that no one knows everything, so they don't feel the need to lie about their skills or portray themselves as being smarter than they actually are. Rather than inflating their abilities and risking embarrassment or being proven wrong, they prefer to focus on improving their skills and gaining more knowledge. Number 5, they don't expect immediate results. Patience is an important quality in all areas of life, but it's especially helpful when you're pursuing long-term goals. Most people fail because they want immediate results. This is not possible, and when you don't get a result as quickly as you'd like, it is easy to get discouraged and quit. Smart people know that all worthwhile things are achieved over time, through consistent effort and persistence. Whether their goal is to write a book or lose weight, they are realistic about how long it will take to accomplish their goal, and they don't get discouraged easily, even if progress is slower than expected. Number 6, they don't overly rely on others. If you're overly dependent on others for things like money, approval, information, or power, then you project a sense of weakness or incompetence. To be clear, I'm not saying that smart people don't ask for help or accept the help of others. Of course they do. In fact, asking for and accepting help is a sign of high emotional intelligence. But it's one thing to ask for help when you're in need. It's another to depend on people as a crutch. Smart people understand how important it is to be self-reliant as much as possible. This is because self-reliance conveys a sense of competence and strength. It also makes you feel capable and confident in your own skin, which makes it easier to achieve your goals in life. Number 7, they don't focus on things they can't control. No matter how much knowledge or wisdom they possess, smart people, just like everyone else, sometimes find themselves in situations that are out of their control. But they choose to place more emphasis on what they can do to change their situations for the better, And they do this by focusing on one thing, their own behavior. By concentrating on what they can control, instead of wasting energy trying to change things outside of their power, they make choices that build momentum in their lives. Number 8, they don't waste time on people who discourage them. Each of us has a limited amount of time, energy, and resources, and we must decide how we want to allocate them. The more time you spend with dream killers and naysayers, the less time you will have for positive, goal-oriented activities. For this reason, smart people don't spend time with people who discourage them. They know that there will always be people who don't like what they are doing or are unhappy with their choices. So instead of trying to please everyone, smart people make a conscious choice to surround themselves with those who share the same values and passions. Number 9, they don't gossip. Those who gossip often get stuck in a perpetual cycle of meanness, hurt feelings, and negativity, both professionally and personally. Sometimes you might feel like you're just venting or having a little fun when you gossip about someone. But remember that this behavior affects not only how you see yourself, but how others see you too. Smart people avoid gossip because they know it will just waste their valuable time, damage their reputation, and hurt other people's feelings for no good reason. Number 10, they don't forget to say thank you. When we're young, our parents often reinforce the importance of saying please and thank you. But as we get older, we don't stop to remember that our parents were right. People want to feel appreciated. Smart people know this. They understand that being grateful and appreciative is about more than just manners. It's about showing respect for the person who helped you by acknowledging their time and effort. Saying thank you also makes others more likely to want to help out again in the future. And smart people always remember this, even when it seems insignificant or unimportant at the time. Number 11, they don't dwell on the past. We've all made some mistakes and will surely make more in the future. But the past is the past, and smart people know that there's no point in living there. They simply use it as a guide to help them make better decisions in the future. After all, if you keep looking back at all of your screw-ups, it's hard to recognize the fact that you have changed. Your life has changed, and everything is different now. When you're consistently looking over your shoulder, you can't see what's ahead of you. There you have it. Hopefully, you found this video smart, insightful, and helpful. If anything, I just hope it has made you consider how you can make yourself better, wiser, and more successful in life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.